Shush, Stardew Valley. Is this gonna have another countdown after this countdown's finished? That was so loud. Are you gonna have another countdown after this countdown?
The National Weather Service has issued yet another severe winter storm weather alert for Erie County beginning this morning. Over 20 inches of snow is expected to be accumulated by the end of the day.
That's a lot of snow.
Advised to stay off the roads due to blowing snow and dangerous road conditions. Stay safe, Erie.
Good morning. It's the afternoon. Snow day. I never get snow days. It never snows. Ooh. Oh, I like this format. It's cute.
Thanks everybody for being flexible today. The weather is clearly not cooperating with us, so guess we're on a call this time, but
Can't hear what
thanks
they're
for,
saying.
being here, and certainly thanks Liz for taking notes.
No problem. I'm ready to go.
Great. So Whitethorn winter's just around the corner. We definitely need to figure out what we're going to talk about. Anyone have anywhere you'd like to start?
Yeah, we should probably start with recapping last year.
Yeah, it was a pretty amazing year for game releases. Botany Manor, Magical Delicacy, Mythrax,
Oh.
Skatefish.
That was so good.
The Engineers also launched Apico's final update.
And we had some really fun events like PAX and our annual publisher sale.
I have a bunch of trailers we can use for this. Let me share my screen and see what you all think.
This format's so cute. Oh, I forgot about Lake. I never played the DLC for Lake. Skatefish. No, don't tell people there's another fishing game when I'm about to do a fishing charity stream. No. Oh, Botany Manor was one of my favorite games from last year. I know, I wish I'd played the DLC. Oh, Pico a game is something I still need to play. It's on my wish list. Magical Delicacy I also still need to play. I actually got sent like a PR kit, but it got lost in the US. I was so upset. Mythrax I still haven't played either. Oh no, indeed. I was so excited and it's been lost since like August.
Yeah, that's right. We should also talk about some of the other
Last tracking update was December.
Oh yeah, big year for travel. I had the opportunity to meet a lot of different people on different continents this year. We were at DICE first, and then I think GDC thereafter.
Mm-hmm.
We also did Gamescom Latam, Bit Summit, and China Joy.
Yeah,
All the
And then back
things.
to the US, Minnesota, 2DCon this year.
And we had Ava, Game Brussels, and Festa Game in Chile.
Yeah. Oh, and we should probably mention that the week of the showcase, most of our titles are going to be on sale on Xbox, Steam, PlayStation, and also Nintendo Switch.
We love a sale.
We'll even have a sale on our website for all of our merch.
Merch?
And it was another big year for the work our team and the developers have done to make sure that their games are as playable by as many players as possible, right, Court?
Yeah, definitely. We learned a lot this year from testing, our community, and other partner creators who want to make games more accessible to everyone. And we have so much more coming up this year.
Like some new DLC for Calico.
Speaking of
right,
things
guys?
happening this year, Botany Manor just launched on PlayStation. We should talk about that for sure.
Oh
Yeah, I
Oh,
have a
yeah,
trailer for that one,
did.
too. Tell me what y'all think.
I forgot. I wish I want to play Botany Manor again. I bet you DLC for it at some point. They're so good. I love puzzle games. It just felt really like a unique puzzle game. It was! I really loved it. need to find some more puzzle games like this. Again, I think for this year. No Escape Sim is having a sequel, I think. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Laura and the team at Balloon Studios really made a just awesome game. We should definitely see if they want to have something to say.
Good idea. You have a call with them next week, right? Why don't you float the idea to them and see what the team thinks?
I can totally do that. How are you feeling?
Feeling good. I've had quite a long break since April, or like at least, you know, on and off, taking it easy.
Sure.
And I had a very long Christmas break, which was nice. Yeah, no, I feel pretty good about it. It's always stressful when you launch a game, but then when you've had a bit of time to relax and recover, you gain more perspective on how the launch went. And I think looking back on it, I feel the game was received really well.
I think
we're
so.
Still getting like
It's a
picked
great
up
game.
sometimes in articles, and people are still talking about it, which is just really lovely to see.
Yeah, same really. Feeling really good. It's always impossible to know when you're working on a game, no matter how much faith you have in it, how it's going to be received. And I feel like it's really exceeded any expectations I had. We've had really nice feedback from all sorts of different players, and that's just been really lovely to hear. And yeah, I always forget that after you finish working on a game, you finish the hard work, but the game then takes on a life of its own. So if it gets nominated for awards months later, or you keep hearing about new players just discovering it for the first time, that's really lovely to see, and that's been great.
Oh,
yeah, I mean, the development is such a involved process for any game. What were some of the challenges that you overcame in development?
For me personally, probably an art challenge, and this was a fun challenge to solve, but working on anything that is based heavily on history and trying to keep the references quite close to that historical record, especially the 1890s, when everything was way over decorated and really super detailed. To go and do that research and then take those references and turn them into these beautifully simplified, stylized artworks that fit in the manner and helped contribute to that nice, relaxing, cozy environment. That was a challenge, and it took a lot of iterations and going backwards and forwards to get everything at the same level of detail. But I feel like we got there in the end, so it was a fun one to solve.
Yeah, for me, the biggest challenge technically was to make the game run on a Switch.
That does, that doesn't surprise me.
You know, there's a lot to render, and there's a really big manner that needed to be loaded in all at once, and we really had
to
the
Switch
push
is
and optimize
task.
every single bit that we could to make it run, and also to not compromise the visuals too much, because the cozy, peaceful atmosphere with lots of foliage.
Like everyone says, Switch is the hardest to port to.
Game,
yeah, I mean, I guess it's because it just doesn't have the the ability to do like a lot of things.
I think
like everything else really can. Well. Like it just can't do that.
I think just, you know, like I said, throughout development, you know, you're in Unity, you're in the engine, you're in the manner. What are, you know, big or small, you know, some of your favorite things that you worked on that maybe people did or didn't pick up?
Thank you for the follow.
For me, my favorite thing, this is very small, but was coming up with the Latin names for the flowers. So I feel like, you know, when you know
we were just talking about Latin.
It's like a little Easter egg, a secret that only a specific section of players are going to pay attention to. But you know that if they see it and they go and translate them, they're going to go, "Oh, this is so cool." You know, like anybody who's into science or botany.
We saw the future.
Latin,
we really did.
So
yeah, we were literally just talking about learning Latin.
And I think we have had some people who actually did spot that and go and translate the flowers.
Yeah, and like you said, that makes it all kind of worth it in the end, you know, when people are just so involved in the manner, and they're on the same level as you, where like, oh, they get it, you know, and that's
yeah, exactly.
So Whitethorn is, you know, known for its involvement in accessibility. I'm just curious, what were some of the key features that you knew how to make it into the game?
Instead of animating a camera towards a clue, you kind of just quickly fade to black, and then you're cutting that animation also to reduce motion sickness for some people.
Yeah, that's just so important, being able to reach that community and just allow, these features allow a broader, audience to play. And, I remember hearing about, motion sickness, and that's just so cool that, you and our team were able to collaborate on that and, add into the game. And, lastly, and for my own curiosity, what is next for Balloon Studios?
What is next?
We are currently still working together, the two of us, and also with Thomas, who did the music on Botany Manor. And we're just prototyping a new game. And yeah, it's still sort of with the same kind of vibes as Botany Manor, but it's not the same either. And it's got
exciting.
History at its core, escapism, exploration, all those elements as well at its core.
Yeah, I'll just echo what Laura says, and I guess from an art perspective, we're definitely trying to keep some of the really good things about Botany Manor, but also do something fresh and new. Yeah,
I mean,
it's
I'm
really
excited,
exciting.
so I can't wait to see more. It was great catching up, and I wish you all the best.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Gosh, Botany Manor was such a fun game to work on, wasn't it, Pedro?
It really was, and I think it was a blooming success.
Boo.
Oh my god.
Boo.
Wasn't Botany Manor also involved in the first accessibility showcase too?
It was. Last year, we were able to showcase accessibility features available in Magical Delicacy and Slime Heroes.
Yes, what an honor. I mean, included with so many amazing developers making stuff more inclusive for everybody out there.
Yeah, it would be really cool if we could get the organizer of that showcase to join us for Whitethorn Winter. Laura Kate Dale, right? I'd love to talk to her about accessibility.
Well, let's set that up.
Ooh.
Laura, thank you so much for joining us today. It's so great to see you.
Thank you so much for having me.
So you've spent a lot of your career as a journalist and a consultant highlighting accessibility in gaming and in the games industry. So I'd like to learn a little bit more about why accessibility in video games is so important to you.
I am a disabled gamer, and my disability has always been intertwined with how I experience video games. From my first experiences growing up as an autistic child, using hyperfixation on Pokemon as a way to try and connect with other people my own age, through to recognizing barriers in the kinds of games I struggle to play, and barriers that I didn't really have language to talk about why I was struggling with. It felt like somewhere that I had a lot to say that might be able to do some good.
Oh, that's so good.
And the more of my career I have poured into accessibility beyond just the disabilities that personally impact me, it has become more and more apparent quite how huge a set of room there is right now in the industry for positive growth with things we know how to do. We just need to tell developers, we know the solutions to a lot of these problems, you just need to give them a go.
Yeah. That's so good,
Yeah,
though.
I think that's really fair. Seeing all those gaps are one of the big motivators to getting you into this field. Are there any other things that really motivated you to really present this platform?
So, in terms of starting to do regular online published content under the accessibility series that I do, a big part of it was talking to developers early on and hearing that there was very little in the way of beginner-friendly introductory content that was like, hey, we're going to assume that you know nothing about these topics, about what disabilities exist, how people could be helped, what those even basic introductions are, to sort of build up a knowledge base. And that was something I felt confident in doing. I was like, I feel like it's not that much work to talk to people, find out the basics, and sort of give people an easy entry point. And the more of that I put out, the more that I realized how many developers, it wasn't that they didn't want to be accessible, they just didn't know how many ways there were to be accessible and how many groups of players they could be accommodating if they thought about it.
That's very, very true.
And that was sort of a really self-fulfilling cycle of, oh, even the basics are getting a lot of people going, I didn't know I could do this. What if I could make the more complicated stuff manageable in that same way? And that really encouraged me to sort of keep going with it.
I see. That's really interesting. I think when we're working with our developers, we are encouraging them to incorporate these accessibility features. But like you said,
These features
there's
are so
much out
important.
there, it's hard to know what to put in, what's the right way of doing it. So with our developers having the goal of making games as accessible to as many players as possible, what advice would you give to them or to other developers trying to do the same?
I think the easiest thing is go online and find disabled gamers talking about their experiences. We are at a point in this industry where there is a ridiculous wealth of knowledge out there being freely provided that you can use to learn firsthand experience from different people. If you go to somewhere like Blue Sky as a social media network and look for accessibility, you can find starter packs of hundreds of accessibility
Yeah,
people
the
in
starter
games
packs on Blue
industry
Sky is
start
so
following,
good.
who are
So
constantly
good.
talking about their experiences and needs. You can go to somewhere like Twitch and search for the disability tag and go watch disabled gamers with various disabilities and how they are engaging with games. If you've already got games released, you can go look for that tag on Twitch and find out how disabled people are already working within the games you've released and going, ooh, what can I do to make that easier for that person the way they're playing? There are so many people putting out reviews of video games from accessibility perspectives. There has never been more ability to see what disabled gamers are saying about the games they play and what is helping them and what isn't, and to just soak that information in.
You see, that's really amazing. And so, from the other end of things, if players want to see more accessibility in games, is there anything that they can do to help developers with that?
I think the biggest thing that people can do is advocate for it and talk to developers about the fact that they want to see it, whether it personally impacts them and their needs or not. A lot of the time,
I really don't want to speak over this because it's really important to listen to.
Everyone eventually, even if they don't impact you today. If nothing else, as you age, you're probably going to start experiencing reductions in fine motor control, in vision, in hearing. Eventually, you're probably going to need these things yourself. And if it takes self-motivation to be invested in that, then so be it. But ideally, whatever that motivation is, if you want to see accessibility improve, tell these companies, I wish more of my friends could play your games. I wish that 30 or 40 years from now, I won't have to put down your games, that I'll still be able to be buying them. Make it obvious to them that it's not just disabled people who want to see these improvements happen, that everyone wants to see them happen and that everyone eventually is going to benefit from these changes.
I see. No, that's a great point. I think when we talk about accessibility, sometimes we assume we're only trying to appeal to disabled gamers, but it's true that for everybody, these features are helpful and maybe
they are.
In the
There's so many that are really good.
Laura, thank you so much for joining us today. It was so great to talk to you, so great to catch up. And before we go, one last thing before we go, where can people find you? And if they want to get involved with the accessibility showcase, how do they do that?
Yep, I can be found at Laura K. Buzz on most places, social media-wise, that you might find someone.
I'm on it.
Accessibility can be found as a series on YouTube at Laura K. Buzz or at access-ability.uk for written versions of articles. If you go to access-ability.uk, you can find a contact form. If you want to be involved in this year's Accessibility Summer Showcase, drop me a message there and let me know a little bit about your game and what you're doing in terms of accessibility.
Awesome. Well,
you've seen their TikToks before. I don't think I've seen many of their things.
This is a great
I've just followed them on Blue Sky though.
All right, we'll talk to you later.
Speaking of accessible games, are we ready to talk about Calico now?
You know, Slime
Calico.
Hero's actually out in a couple of weeks. I think that's probably high on the priority list.
But Calico.
I'm really excited about that launch. I actually had so much fun.
I haven't actually played Calico.
I love a good Souls-like.
I've watched Addison play Calico.
The boss fight was super tough. I'm really glad that there's features in the game to allow you to play, like, no matter what your skill level is. We should definitely share that new trailer, too.
Oh, you mean the trailer announcing that it's coming to PlayStation? I have that right here.
New platform. Cute. I want one. Oh. That's cute, but I still want one.
The Guardians, supposed to protect this land, failed.
Oh.
Corruption stalks every corner now. To be saved by a slime. What has the world come to?
It does look cute. I think it's on my wish list. Let's face it, most games are on my wish list.
I believe that if we can find a lost guardian, we may be able to help restore balance and peace to the land.
Run along now, little slime. See how tough you are, we shall.
Yes. Half of Steam is on your wish list. I mean, it's a very good point. I did clear over 100 games off my wish list, though. I still do still have like 450 on there. But I tried. There was an attempt.
Save the Guardian! Save the world! A great tale this will be!
Cute. I tried, okay?
The Pancake Games.
I just like
really
games too
excited about
much.
it. I'm sure they'd be down to talk about it with the community.
Yeah, hey Andy, maybe I can get a hold of Tomas and the team over there at Pancake Games and we could chat?
Pancake
Yeah,
games.
sounds good. Sounds like a plan.
I want pancakes. I had pancakes the other day, but
Hey
now
guys,
I want more
thanks for the chat
pancakes.
today. So, Slime Heroes coming out really soon. How's everyone feeling about it?
Feeling great. Yeah, we're really excited about.
Oh my god, I want
this
pancakes.
release.
I really
We've
want
been
pancakes.
Working on this for
I
the
guess
last
they should have pancakes
3
on like
years, and this is the first time the team's. This is the first
Tuesday?
project this team
Monday,
has built
Tuesday?
together. So we're just really excited for people to experience it for the first time.
Maybe Sunday. Maybe I've
Very
made that
cool.
up.
And
At some
can you
point.
talk a little
They were
bit about
delicious.
the inspiration behind the story of the game?
Yeah, the inspiration for
Haven't had any ages. I was watching Vampire
tell
Diaries,
us
and
the
in one of the
story,
episodes they were making pancakes, and I was like, I really want pancakes.
Or
And then my mum made some.
a person, a character that is viewed as weak or not beneficial to the world, the society, and really show that through perseverance and them like working towards their goals, that they can become something great and even become a hero.
Well, I know that creating a Souls-like game and making it approachable for players is
Oh, it's a
really
Souls-like?
important to you guys. Why do you think that is? Why is that so important to you?
So we
Oh.
really wanted to make this game approachable because, like, yes, we were making a Souls-like, and Souls-like games are
Notoriously difficult, not so cozy.
but
Yeah.
there's a lot of great
I
themes in
withdraw
those
the
games,
cozy
too.
comments.
For this, we wanted as many people as possible to be able to enjoy the game and experience it together. And so that with that in mind, we wanted to make sure that it was accessible and specifically allow people to. We want to build a game that people can that people enjoy and
Yeah.
can tweak whatever is difficult for them so that they get the right amount of difficulty for them and they can still enjoy the game. And yeah, like we're just making games for people to have fun. So you can set your difficulty for you.
Okay, interesting. Because I'm notoriously bad at Souls
I mean,
like
obviously
games.
making this accessible to as many players as possible is a big part of the mission for both you and us. But like, do you have any features that you think were absolutely must-have for accessibility around launch?
So I mean, generally we tried to get as much as we could in, and I know there's.
It was giving Fireboy and Water Girl.
With
Should I stream that at some point?
Our general philosophy for the features that we added to the game is we wanted to give a lot of.
Oh my god, yes, I would. I
because
actually
not
would.
every single
I haven't played those games in so long, but they were amazing.
Like it could be reaction speed, it could be how punishing damage is, it could be how fast.
I played it so much. I played it when I was at school, like all the time.
And so, some of the
Fireboy
actions where you hit
and
the hold
Water
buttons, you
Girl.
just press them. Everyone
I should
has
play it on
different
cool
difficulties
math
in the game.
games.
So we try to just create a lot of features and sliders to be able to change the thing that makes it.
How many games are there? Is it 2?
And be able to set
I feel
that
like I remember
so games
2.
enjoy.
It's also kind of an all ages and family game, right? So I think that kind of feeds into that. Obviously, you might have players with really different skill levels sitting with each other, parent and child, or even just two friends who don't play as often as each
There's
other.
5.
What is it, do you think, that
there's
makes you want to
6.
make a game that way? And what are some specific features that you think enable it? I really like...
No worries, Kika. Have some lovely food. Thank you so much for the raid as well. Have a lovely rest of your day.
You know, we can each get an experience that
I think there's one on Steam.
Yeah. Very early on,
2 on
we wanted
Steam.
to make a game that people could experience together. Games are such a great medium to be able to share experiences.
79 pence!
This
Oh.
game in particular that we were wanting to build, this action Souls-like, we wanted there to be a game that people could have an entry point into that type of genre. And so with those features and the style that we chose, and
Maybe I have to give this one a go though, because I am notoriously bad at Souls-like
we
games.
wanted it to be welcoming to people, to be in the world for a long period of time, and that was something that was important to us. I know myself, I want to be able to experience this with my partner. I want to experience this with my kid.
I think it's a bit too spinny.
We wanted to have that
maybe.
Yeah, there's a cute, colorful world. Characters are wholesome and whimsical, and we created these accessibility features to allow entry-level people to get into the game. But we also created opportunities for difficulty. Usually, you're opting in, going off the beaten path, or finding some extra dungeon somewhere. And so, basically, allowing both people who are entering into this type of game and people who are familiar with this both enjoy it and being able to share it together.
That's really
I have
good.
kids myself, obviously, and we play together all the time. So anything that makes that easier is welcome. Do you have anything you want players to take away after they're done playing Slime Heroes?
Yeah, I mean, one, like, this game is fully, you can play the whole game co-op, both locally and online. So
Oh, you can could do a nostalgia stream? I mean, I could.
And then
I'd be
because
down.
of the way the story is, we want people to feel empowered. And so after the story, probably the key takeaway is to feel empowered after this. And have fun.
Thank you so much, Tomas. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to chit-chat with me today.
Yeah, thanks for having me here.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Mm-hmm. Bye.
We have another couple of games coming up this year, right?
Yeah, Spray Paint Simulator is one of them.
Oh my god, I'm so excited for Spray Paint Simulator.
We probably have a trailer.
There's a demo for Steam Next
You mean
Fest.
this one right here?
I'm so excited for Spray Paint Sim. So I played a demo of this off stream, and I had the best time. Pre-spray. Looks sick. It just looks so good, right? Like, it's just power sim, but Spray Paint Sim. Oh, the grass? No. No, that stresses me out. Oh. Socks? Oh, that does look really cool. New demo available on Steam February 13th.
Yeah, I mean, the spray painting is just absolutely so satisfying in that game.
Yeah, and I'm definitely going to make it my mission to find all the Easter eggs the North Star Video Games team hid in free spray mode.
The dev team is really cool, too. They worked on a lot of things before they became an indie studio.
Oh yeah, I should definitely set up an interview with them. What do you all think?
Yeah, let's do it.
Why not?
Yep.
Well, thanks for joining me today, guys. So we'd love to hear a little bit about the game. I think that's something we should definitely share with the audience. Do you guys want to tell us a little something about Spray Paint Simulator?
We're North Star Video Games. We're based in the UK.
Yes, UK. I'm not even part of the UK.
Objects from old to new. It's a very satisfying and rewarding experience. The gameplay loop is kind of you prep, spray, and reveal your work.
you get to choose your colours and you paint things however you like. Well, actually, if you play it in career mode, it's like you paint it how the customer wants it.
Yeah.
And then once you unlock it, you go to free spray and you can paint it.
So free spray is the chaos mode.
Multiplayer. So we've got co-op multiplayer.
And multiplayer. Peeling off tape would be my fave part. Yeah, you actually have to sit and tape all the things out. It's really good.
Customers all are inhabitants of Splatterville, so are really quick characters in that. It's basically a game for people who love hands-on, cozy gameplay and enjoy bringing a bit of colour to the world.
No, I think that's mostly it. It's a relaxed, chilled, easygoing gameplay, play at your own pace.
Cool. Yeah, it's from what I've played already, it's incredibly satisfying.
It is. It is so good. The demo I played was really fun.
It's a job game. It's got all the best parts of the job without all the tedium. And I think that's a tribute to the fact that you guys are real experts on the simulator genre. You guys worked on Lawn Mowing Simulator and a number of other...
Lawn mowing? There's a lawn mowing simulator game?
What are the learnings that you've taken from working on, like, for example, Lawn Mowing Simulator and other titles you worked on that you bring into this game?
What?
First thing I'd say, we work with a great team at Skyhook Games, which are really good, based in Liverpool. I think one of the things that we took away from it is satisfying, methodical gameplay loops. People really enjoy that kind of method and following a process. And then
I've seen people playing it. I don't know if I've seen many people play it.
Is one thing we learned. So that was our kind of first. We're very experienced, but that was our first simulation game. We've worked on many other games over the years, kind of like party games, platformers, horror games, narrative, VR, different platforms, mobile, PC, all the consoles. So we've done a lot of different stuff, but it was our first, I think it was our first sim game. Not only was it like, it was an introduction to Sims, I played some sim games before, but it was, when you're working on something, it's a different perspective. And actually working on something like that was really great. It was actually quite, there was a lot of work, but it was actually really relaxing as well. Especially when we were creating the British countryside, which I know we love very well. So it was very enjoyable. That game kind of was very much on more the realistic end of simulation, and which has definitely got its place, and I know players love it. But one thing that we wanted to do with Spray Paint Sim was a less strict approach. So we've got
hence that makes sense.
To do more things, more playful. Something we wanted to lean into a little bit more. Players love self-expression, and then we'll do that in Lawn Mowing Sim. So in SPS, we definitely.
Now I feel like I want to look up Lawn Mowing Sim.
And offering them more of a creative freedom with it, especially in free spray mode, which is.
Oh, it's 70% off right now.
Spray the whole time. Do what you want.
Yeah.
I think.
They said it was. That doesn't look like 70% off.
And everything else we worked on was more like third-person games and with the little cartoon character things, and the appreciation of it.
Yeah, actually,
performing
looks quite satisfying. I won't lie to you.
It's more rewarding to do a relaxing thing.
There's DLC for it.
Yeah, it's good. It's good fun. They're good things to work on.
There's a There's a Dino Safari DLC for Lawn Mowing Simulator.
You can just spray everything. So there's things that you're supposed to be doing, decorate the kitchen, but you can just go and paint the trees or the house or the road or anything you like, which is
you have to mow like different things. Give me should I stream?
Yeah. So why is creating a relaxing game experience important to you guys for this one?
There's enough troubles in the world at the moment, aren't there? So you think a game should be a way for people to unwind and switch off. So we want to create something that's relaxing and not. Although we've got, I've worked on many games which are about creating tension, like horror games, and I've enjoyed that as well. It's just the last few years, it seems there's been a lot of things, COVID, and there's other things happening, and it just seems like a nice thing to give back as well.
That's really good though.
But to give back, people can focus on a task, feel a sense of progression, which is what you can do with this, with SPS. The before and after transformation is very satisfying, and making something colourful and vibrant adds to that experience. So you know, it's always good to try. You know, you can get from dirty to clean, or in our case, something that's maybe dull, and you added that vibrancy and renew it. It's a new thing. That kind of side of things. I think, yeah, that's what I would say.
I know accessibility is really one of the things that you guys wanted to bake in right from the start of the development process. Can you tell us a little bit about what some of the features that are going to be available in the game and some of the accommodations that you're making for players?
Trying to find a key for it.
Yeah, I think the first and most important thing is that lack of pressure and slow pace or at your own pace. And no requirement for things like rapid button presses or holding down buttons or button combinations. We made an effort to try and make a very clear user interface, and we use core text in line with a lot of accessibility guidelines. We support adjustable controls so that you can remap everything, multiple different ways to play on controller, mouse, keyboard. I think some players find a kind of methodological, repetitive actions help focus and relaxation, and I think it's quite positive in a kind of accessibility way. I think that covers the main things that we've got.
Cool. Well, our time is almost up, but we didn't get a chance to talk about that awesome soundtrack. Do you guys want to say a little thing about that? Like, what is, it's the perfect music to paint to. What inspired you guys to go with that kind of soundscape for your game, and what did you want to make sure was in there?
I was trying to go towards something that's maybe a bit more relaxed, chill.
Love a good chill soundtrack.
Going and upbeat, really. But because what we've gone for is, you did quite a lot of research when we were looking at similar comparable titles. Then you look at the reviews. What a lot of players tend to do is they'll switch off the in-game music.
Yeah.
They'll put a podcast on. Or
Yeah, I'm guilty of that.
So what we've done is, there's a real world device in the game, so it's kind of a radio. So you can pull the radio and it's free. You don't have to buy it in the shop. You can drop it in the scene, and you can. This is also a little bit influenced by games like Grand Theft Auto, where you've got the radio in the game and you can split it.
Oh, yeah, I always turn it off.
Kind of, you just flick the button and it plays different tunes on the radio at the time. But all the tunes are relaxing, laid back and chilled, as I said, easygoing. Maybe some are a little bit tongue in cheek as well. You don't want to take yourself too seriously, so maybe a bit of elevator music in that.
How could you not love elevator music?
Put it on by default because we want people to make that choice. So it's kind of like,
oh, that's good. I like that.
It's not in the main menu, but when you go into the game, you drop the radio in, then you turn it on. If you don't put the radio in, you don't have the music. But in terms of choosing the tracks, it was definitely, I watched tons of stuff on social media, loads of YouTube videos. Also, just tapping into my own experience.
I'm most singing music too repetitive. Yeah.
But also,
cat.
What other people might like as well, because it's radio, you can switch channel.
Yeah, there's some that I listen to for a bit and then I switch it off.
Appeal to everybody, what other people like as well. So try to think about that a little bit as well.
So, should we listen to a little bit of it?
Oh yes.
Sure. Yeah, go for it.
Oh. Oh, it's a bop. No, I bring it back.
Always good to check in with the devs.
And with each other too.
Yeah, I mean, that reminds me of the work Safe in Our World does. I mean, it's so important what they do. We should totally use Whitethorn Winter to promote their message.
Yeah, let's see if we can get that set up.
Thank you so much for joining us today. How
are
you?
Oh my god!
Do you know what? It's been snowing here, and everything has just been solid white ice.
Is
outside,
amazing.
And it got so great, and now it's all melted.
I got to 35 books for listening to audiobooks while playing games. Oh, you know, why have I not thought about doing audiobooks while gaming?
We need those breaks in the dreary winter that's happening right now, right?
Oh my goodness, yes.
So why don't we get started by why don't you tell me a little bit about Safe in Our World? I know it's done some incredible work.
Oh, Safe in Our World is amazing.
For mental health and well-being for people in the games industry. Could you talk a little to this?
Well, there's so much that Safe in Our World does. There's like the Level Up partnership.
It's a good life hack.
I'll
have to remember that.
Where we
Sounds
collaborate with game studios to help safeguard the well-being and mental health.
That is a
of
very good
developers
idea.
and the wider
I should
team.
definitely do that.
Through that, we have a wealth of resources we've got like a website portal where we host training and there's resources to access. We invite industry experts to give talks and workshops. We've done stuff like self-advocacy training, things like that. I think we've signposted an estimated 500,000 people to life-saving, game-changing mental health resources via
That's
our
amazing.
website now. We've got like this system where you can find mental health resources and like services in your local area.
Thank you so much for the follow.
And yeah, I think that the thing that really got me as a community manager, as someone who likes to learn about people around me, was
Also, the owl
and
bear
something that
hat.
I
I want
contributed
one.
to myself when I was an ambassador was Safe in Our World platform lived experiences. We've got a podcast called Safe Space.
So
Posted on our
cute.
website. You can get it on Spotify. I think there's a few other platforms. There's our stories section of the website as well. We regularly share blogs and articles, often unpacking misconceptions and breaking down stigma with real life examples for mental health situations that people find themselves in. And the last thing I was going to mention is that last year we hosted a games development challenge over the course of 5 months that saw over 200 submissions of indie games.
Just a few.
Which was a really big deal. We were so excited to see what everyone had made, and all of those games had mental health themes added into them. So
yeah.
Why is it so important to you to platform these ideas, to promote inclusivity, to normalize mental health?
Oh, it's so
It's
important.
kind of like the same with a book or a movie, right? Games as a platform provide space for storytelling. And one of our chief goals is to break down stigma around mental health. So the more stories we can tell, the more light we can shine on what everyone's experience is, what everyone goes through, the more empathy we can build, the more understanding we can build for our fellow human who might be struggling.
Right.
So, like, inclusivity in games, like having representation in games, is a hugely important thing to us. Being able to see those stories manifest in games, but also like games as an escape. Games as we live on a wild marble. It is.
Yeah.
We are holding on for dear
That
life.
that is one way to put it for
Yeah,
sure.
it is next level. It is. Sometimes life can be very scary, and I
Yep.
think there is a lot of good in video games for escapism.
Oh, video
for,
games are such a good thing.
Finding a cozy, chill space.
So, going back to the initiatives you guys are doing, you guys are doing a lot. Is there anything coming up that you'd like to share with our community?
In 2025, I'm so excited about because the team has grown. I came on board. My colleague Jess has come on board. We're 2 more people strong, and that has massively increased the ambition that we have for what we can get done this year. What I would say is keep an eye out on our socials for some pretty sweet news in the coming few months, both for players looking to grab great games to support our mental health charity and to find time for that processing. And then for further support for the games industry itself, we have a lot of stuff very close by that we're going to be announcing, and it's very cool.
That's so exciting.
We've got some exciting developments to help studios implement and maintain great mental health practices. Seeing what they're excelling at and where they can improve. Like we're very excited to get a little bit more hands-on with feedback. So we've been building some infrastructure around that. And we've obviously got our annual fundraisers like Play Your Way in May and Press Pause later in October. So we'll be on the lookout for creative fundraising ideas from our community. And I'm personally very excited to connect with more streamers this year. That's my New Year's resolution.
What's a streamer?
I know they're excited to connect with
Anyone
you.
know what a streamer
streamers
is?
that we've
Is it
worked
like
with
those
talk
things
very
at birthday
positively
parties?
about Safe in Our World, so
lovely. Love to hear it.
Safe in Our World, though, does such amazing
involved
work. Like,
with
such
these
important
initiatives. Where
stuff.
can they find you?
Oh, they can find us well. We're kind of everywhere. We've got the Safe in Our World website. That's safeinourworld.org. Easy peasy. I'm pretty sure we're at Safe in Our World on pretty much every social media. We are over on Blue Sky now for those jumping ship off Twitter or X or whatever we're calling it. We are still on Twitter. And all of those.
No,
all of
I
those
don't
things.
know
But
either.
we also have a Discord community Pretty sure it's like over 2,000 people at this point, if not more.
Just a few?
It's a really
Addison,
very
hello, how are
cozy, wholesome
you?
little space, and I would highly recommend it if you'd like to join. And that is the Safer Together Discord. So easy peasy to find over on our website.
Great. All right, so before I let you go, what's your favorite Whitethorn game?
Well,
Ooh.
okay, so bear with me because I'm a
Just
big
finished a
fan of that kind of
41-hour week of
laid-back,
overnights. Please make
cozy
sure you
vibe
take
in
care of
life
yourself.
simulator. And I heard really good things about Calico. Now, I picked it up for my sister's birthday present last year, and because she's big into cats. She wants a cat.
Yeah, please make
and
sure you
she's
take care.
always banging on about this cat cafe that she goes to. So I thought that's a perfect fit, right?
Right.
Everything I've seen and heard about the game makes me want to play it so bad, but alas, my backlog of games remains untouched. So soon, I hope to make space for it. It's definitely the next one on the list.
Well, we're excited. We're excited to hear what you think after you play it then.
The art style is so cute.
It really is.
I'm gonna get started.
Really
Oh my
awesome. I
gosh.
think you're gonna really have a good time when you jump into it.
Looking forward to it.
Yay! Thanks so much for joining us again today. It was really great talking to you.
Yeah, it's been lovely. Thank you for inviting us. It's always nice to have a
Calico is
lovely
amazing.
chat
I still haven't
and
played
talk
it.
about what we're always up to.
I was literally saying before that I watched you play it.
Yeah, we'll talk soon. Bye.
Bye.
The games industry is making strides to be more inclusive to creators and players, but it still has a long way to go. It's groups like Safe in Our World who are leading the charge.
One of my
in
all-time favorites.
education
I
and
should definitely give it a
providing
bash at
much-needed
some
awareness,
point.
support, and destigmatization in the industry that will help us bring the game space that we all love to where it needs to be.
How can we help Safe in Our World do more?
You know, there's actually a number of ways. There's programs on their website, and also you can donate directly. But beyond that, they also do charity bundles sometimes. You remember last year we were in one of those.
Calico update before GTA
Yeah, we
6.
were. And
Get
I
many
guess we'll
things
just have
before
to stay
GTA
tuned and
6.
see what they have cooking this year.
Let him cook.
Hey guys, it's really coming down out there.
I am so sick of the snow. I would rather be on a beach anywhere.
You mean a beach like Ambrosia Island?
Oh, what I would give to be there right now.
Well, we can at least include it in the showcase. Don't we have an announcement about a new platform?
More new platform. The PlayStation.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
Just it's all just PlayStation platform releases. It really is. If in doubt, PlayStation. I didn't even realize. Again, this is on the backlog. it's on the backlog. It does look really cool. It does look very, very cool. I mean, that would be interesting. Yeah, this is on the massive backlog I have. There is no... I don't even have a basement. And where am I? I don't know, but it's not mine.
You know, it would be great if Alex from Polygon Treehouse joined us to say a few words about the game too.
I'm sure he'd be up for it. Let me chat with him.
So it's been a few months since Mythric has released on PC, Xbox, and
Oh.
Nintendo Switch. What's it been like seeing
1-8.
people experiencing the game
No.
now that it's
Dice,
out?
please.
It's been absolutely terrifying, but really, really exciting at the same time. I think when we've been working on something for so long, and you've been quite close to it, and
I'm sorry. The
kind of
dice is
nurture it,
fickle.
make sure it's a perfect thing, and then it's out into the wild, and people are playing it and interacting it in their own ways and experiencing the story for the first time. It is really scary, but we're building games to be played, and it's always really exciting to see
Damn it,
how
Dice. The
people
dice is not
react to it
nice.
and,
How are you,
people
Dave? Hope you're
connecting with
doing
the
good.
story and the characters. So yeah, really.
It means 8, not
it's
8,
just
because
the
I
most
ate.
rewarding
We'll go
bit
with that one.
of making a game, seeing people play it and seeing people enjoying it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, hopefully you've had some time to rest and recover now that it's been out. But I'm just curious about the most fulfilling parts, big or small, that come to mind throughout development or even post release.
So I think one of the coolest things I think it was Summer Game Fest, some really awesome cosplay of our main character Alex.
Oh, I love that.
It was
We
quite
love a
confusing situation
cosplay.
because I'm called Alex. The player character in the game is called Alex, and the lady who's doing the cosplay is also called Alex.
Spider-Man meme.
There's a trip.
Who else wants some brekkie? Yes,
triple
please.
Alex whammy. But that was just so amazing, and to go from something the character you've been scribbling on paper and working with closely to then see someone do such an amazing job of cosplaying them. That was really, really mind blowing. And there's definitely something about going from a 2D sketch, seeing the character come out in 3D is one thing.
Yeah.
See a real live person being your character.
That's so cool.
That was really, really.
That's very
really
cool.
awesome. I think people connecting with the story. We've had lots of messaged up people being reduced to tears
Breakfast.
at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Strong
We
connection
can what? Sorry.
And also with Mithrax, our take on the Greek gods, they're not the kind of old dusty Greek gods, quite a modern interpretation, answering the question, what would the Greek gods be like if they're alive in today's world? And so,
I was so confused.
An article reviewed by Working Classicists. They loved the game. They really got where we were going with it, and so that was kind of like a real relief for me, and just it was really great to see, proper classicists.
I've got Toad
really
in the hole
embrace
for
idea
dinner,
of
so
Mithrax
I'm good.
And its kind of strange take on the Greek gods. So that was, just we could go on, but there's just 3 really big highlights for me.
Yeah, it's amazing, especially just hitting kind of some of these pockets outside of our bubble, which we're so inside, like we said. Game is out on.
Is that the
PC,
sausage dish that looks
Xbox
good,
and
possibly?
Switch, but now it's coming to PlayStation.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
It's exciting.
Yeah, really exciting. I personally have quite a long history with PlayStation. I kind of Super Nintendo and then PlayStation was part of my kind of console journey growing up. And actually, after university, I spent the first half of my career working at PlayStation. So I worked at Sony Cambridge, then became Gorilla Cambridge. I worked a lot of big PlayStation IP. And so, PlayStation will always be something that's close to my heart. To have
For Bangers and
an indie
Mash,
game
but Toad in the
that
Hole's
we've
so
made come to
good.
PlayStation
I
is
had a
always gonna be
Bangers
really
and
special
Mash
thing.
jacket potato the other day.
Yeah, and that makes me just think of the DualSense. I mean, that controller is just. It really has taken,
It was so good.
The next level. Wow. But I'm just curious if you had any, ideas on how you could take advantage of that with Mithrax.
Yeah, you're right. It does feel like a kind of big step forward, and I think games like Astrobot really show what that controller and the fidelity that it can bring to an experience. And one of the central mechanics of Mithrax is the Ambrosia X's radar. So as you're exploring a 3D
I didn't love it, but it was so
space,
sick.
it's
Maybe
like
that's
a
why.
map
We'll go with
vector,
that's
the
why.
things and the sounds
I
that
think
increase
we'll
the
go with
closer
that's
you're
why.
getting, proximity to a hidden treasure. And so, clearly it's really exciting to see the potential how that might work.
I love the idea of Yorkies. They're so good.
Yeah,
That's so good.
I am so excited to play Mithrax once again. Seeing it on PlayStation and playing it with the DualSense. So it's been so awesome catching up. Do you have any shout outs or closing remarks?
I want to say a big thanks to the whole Whitethorn family, all the other developers we've crossed paths with.
Making them
with
know.
Whitethorn and
No,
just a
that's
big thanks
fair.
to everyone
Yeah,
for playing
making
the
them
game.
is
I hope you had
always
fun, and if you've
something.
not had a chance to play yet, obviously you can play on PC and now
I do need to play on PC, but it's in the backlog of
console choice.
where games go to die.
All right, Alex. Well,
Especially because
great
I'm
talking to
just
you.
about to buy Fireboy and
check it
Water
out on
Girl on
PlayStation.
Steam. Just such an unnecessary
I'm
purchase,
really
but I
proud to
want
have worked
to.
on Mithrax with podcast. They are just such an awesome team.
You know who else is awesome?
Me.
Peachy King Games and
Ah,
Calico.
yes, yes.
Are we ready to talk about that yet?
Oh, and how could we forget about Magical Delicacy? We have something else
2025
coming
is
up
the year
with
for
them, don't
backlog
we?
clearing. That's why I said, and I didn't play a single game for my
Absolutely,
backlog in
coming to
January.
PlayStation. You have a trailer, Lisa?
You bet I do.
New platform. January doesn't count. The PlayStation jump scare. Well, again, this one's also on the backlog. Do I at least play the demo for this one? The full game's on the backlog. Yeah, it'll get done. The demo was really cute. I struggled with the navigating. Was the thing I did struggle with in this game. I really struggled to know where I was and how to get around places. But I liked every other aspect of the game. So I want to give the full one a go, but again, it's the backlog. It's a very me game as well.
Watching that trailer made me hungry.
Hungry for more Magical Delicacy, right?
Always.
It was a really big hit with our community and creators too.
Speaking of creators, we should chat with Stream for a Cause. We collaborated on
But
quite
this showcase is way longer than I thought it was going to be.
They do some incredible work connecting creators with community nonprofits to help fundraise for important causes at the local level. I'm sure our community would love to hear what they have coming up this year.
Oh, definitely. Great idea.
Let's see if we can set that
There's
up.
so many interviews.
Hi, Robbie. Hi, Marv. It is so wonderful to see you. How are you doing today?
I am doing great. We're so happy to be here with you today.
We're thrilled to have you. We're really excited to have you guys on the
I try and avoid Twitter as much as I can.
for joining us. Let's get started. Why don't you tell me a little bit about Stream for a Cause and some of the initiatives that you and your team partake in?
And then there was Sims in the
Sure.
7-minute
So,
video. I didn't see any of the
Stream for
Sims
Cause
stuff.
is a nonprofit. We're based in Michigan, but we work all over the world. Our mission is to connect funds raised through online spaces into actual communities. So the world keeps getting more global, right? Like we have like online communities, we have these huge, giant, we call
It was
them name
ridiculous.
brand
That doesn't sound
nonprofits that are
great.
doing amazing work.
Oh,
What
if
about
you've
the ones
only
that are
just
in our own backyards?
seen.
What about our local food pantries? What about our local humane societies, shelter houses, pride centers? They don't always have access to raising money in the same way that we do with content creators, which totally makes sense, right? Like that's fine, but what can we do about it? And that's what we do at Stream for a Cause. We're raising money. We do micro granting. We do consultation. Our job is to help smaller community-based organizations
Oh, I love that.
overcome the barriers that prevent
Dolly
them
Parton, I
from
know.
delivering the services that we need. Because even if we do live in a more global space, we still also live in a town or a community or a neighborhood. So we need to continue to support those places as well.
And we work with content creators of any size on really any platforms, and we take those funds and we not only crowdsource them for Stream for a Cause, because like Robbie said, a lot of these small charities and nonprofits that we work with in these local communities, giving them money sometimes doesn't always solve the problem. So our sustainability coaching and our other programs are so integral to Stream for a Cause.
Cool.
We really have our content creators to thank for that.
That's amazing.
That's really neat.
So what do you all have planned for this year?
Well, we're kind of coming up on our biggest campaign of the year, which is our Pride campaign. So we do a lot of awesome things with that. We have celebrity guests. We have a bunch of content creators. I think last year we had between 250 and 300 content creators who all came together to raise about $100,000 for Stream for a Cause.
Oh my, that is so many.
It was an amazing
Also, not
time.
me
There
going to go
was
follow them, and they
tournaments,
already
individual
follow me.
streams, raid trains, like you name it in content creation, and we were doing it because it's about also giving people a vehicle to be creative. And we also treat it a lot like a digital Pride festival.
I love that. Oh, that
Pride is
sounds so
awesome,
cool.
but not everybody can go.
No,
it's
it's
not
true.
always accessible. Sometimes it's in places that are just unreachable for people who have different mobility needs, or maybe it's in a place that it's not safe. You might be trans, and going to Pride is cool, but also you'd be outing yourself, right, to folks that you're not comfortable with. So what we also try to do is bring a lot of
Oh,
the
that's so cool. I
information,
love that.
the resources that you would associate with Pride. We try to bring them as well to a digital space. And we're really excited to do that again this year.
Pride is really important to our community. A lot of our content creators identify
so
in
important.
the LGBTQAI plus
Me,
community.
I do.
A lot of
I
our
do.
content creators are also just a part of marginalized communities in general. We have a lot of great allies as well. So Pride is always a really great time for us all to get together and have that pride.
Yeah, exactly.
It sounds like a very exciting and
Oh, that sounds so
important,
cool.
activation that you guys are working on. So, with such a diverse,
How do I help?
group of creators and of your team, inclusivity and representation seems to be very important. Why is that?
I think that it's because people like to see games that they can see themselves in. We love to be able to showcase games of all different types.
I
The idea
mean,
of being
what
inclusive,
content
right? Like,
creator?
it's something that we can treat like a chore, or it's something that we can just embrace, because we all have differences. We all have things that make us unique. We all have different thoughts and ideas and all of this stuff. And we also have differences in the way that we grew up or the experiences that we've had. So making sure that we have media that represents that. We always love to approach those things. That's why we love Whitethorn games so much, because honestly, so many of the different games that you put out naturally have just like representation cooked into them, because it's something that's important to the developers on your teams. And so for us, that makes a huge it just makes a huge difference. And being able to talk about the games, we always love when there's something new from Whitethorn coming out, because it's going to be something that's relatable to the people in our
Oh, I love that.
communities. And for all the different studios right now that are like questioning it, they're thinking like, wow, DEI, like that's getting cut everywhere. Like, should we play it safe? I just want to encourage you to continue to be brave, because there are people that rely on that. There are people who need to see themselves as a young brown kid going into STEM, or they maybe need to see themselves as like a cool, like witchy vibe, right? Like there's all sorts of different stuff that's out. And if you continue to make those games, they're going to be speaking to the people that you're really wanting to reach. Shout out to Magical Delicacy.
Oh, so good.
Before we head out, where can people find you? How can they get involved?
The best place to find us, we're on all socials, but if you go to streamforacause.org,
I'm on it. I'm already on it.
There.
I'm there.
If you're a small content creator and you're looking to get involved and be more philanthropic in your streams, we also have a sign-up area right on our website. You can also
Already done that too.
From Stream for a Cause.
And I've just joined the Discord.
All of the upcoming events and all the
I'm on it.
stuff we have
I'm there.
We're just so excited that y'all had us on the showcase this year. Like, we're super big fans of Whitethorn games.
I'm on all the things now.
And even connect before that with just the random emails. You all have been so lovely and welcoming. So we're just, thank you so much from Stream for a Cause. We're really happy to be participating and to just celebrate.
That's so good. It's so important to have stuff like that too.
We're super happy to have you, and thank you again for joining us and taking time out of your busy day. I know you got a lot to do, so I appreciate it.
No, thank you. Have a great day, everybody.
Yes, thank you.
You too.
Bye.
I'm on it. I have just followed and signed up and done all the things.
Can we just take a moment to recognize the fact that it's been 4 years since we premiered our first ever Whitethorn Winter Showcase?
Oh, has it been that long?
Time sure does fly.
It's ever sleeting.
No. Boo.
Wait. Wasn't
I-
it Winter 2 years ago that we teased Colonel Hearts?
Yeah, and we revealed the first trailer for the game last year.
We should check to see if the team at Ephemera wants to share any new gameplay. I'm sure they'd love to talk to our community as well.
Hi, I'm Momo, and I'm the lead character artist of Colonel Hearts. Today, I'm going to talk about 2 of the many allies you will meet in the Tower of Babel. Mikowai, the Ravenous Soldier, and Fang, the Dreamer Hunter. Mikowai is a Polish soldier who ventured into the Tower of Babel as part of the first military assault 10 years before the arrival of the player. The 2 bullets wounds on his chest sparks questions about what happened back then to his squad. After all, angels aren't usually the ones doing the shooting. And then we have Fang, a real magical girl in the flesh. A rare sight these days, and one of the last ones alive. She was part of the 5th expedition into the tower, back when they still had magical girls to spare. The tower can grant magical girls an extraordinary
There's
burst
some
of
short
power, but
shorts.
this heavenly course doesn't come cheap. If you don't stop at the right moment,
Armor on
you will
top,
get lost
short
in the
shorts on
ecstasy
bottom.
of it, never to come back. We call those former girls dreamers. Upon seeing the horrors of the heavenly course, she devoted the rest of her life to taking her
Yeah.
former squad out of
I
their
mean, you've got to be
slumber
badass
so
in
they
order
could
to
finally
wear those shorts. Couldn't
and
be
that
me.
is all for now, but if you would like to know more about the characters that will aid you in your journey, join our Discord to stay up to date with any upcoming
That
news
actually looks
about
pretty
the
cool.
game. Let's lay God together next time. Oh, and wishlist the game on Steam. Yep. Bye-bye!
Okay, I'll go add another game to my wish list, if you insist.
Yeah, Colonel Hearts revealed that it's coming to Xbox, right? That was at the Latin American Game Showcase.
I've added
Yeah,
it.
that was such a great show too. There were so many awesome indies from Latin America.
I wonder if the organizer, David, would be up for joining us for Whitethorn Winter. I would love to hear more about what they're doing to bring Latin American-led studios to a wider audience.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Let's see if he's up for it. Well, David, it's great to meet you. We're excited to learn more about the work that Lax does in bringing global exposure to Latin America developers and studios. Can you tell us a little bit more about what you guys do and how it impacts any developers in Latin America and how they benefit?
Incredible stash.
Yes,
Oh,
for sure.
that is
So
10 out of
first, thank
10
you guys
stash
for
and beard.
including us. It's been a pleasure to collaborate with Whitethorn in the past. We're super happy to work with publishers that are also bringing attention and supporting devs in our region. So this is a pleasure and an honor. So thank you for having me. And yeah, the Latin American Games Showcase, it's precisely that. It's a platform that we started working on late 2022, 2023, I believe. I'm already lost on time. But we've done basically 4 editions already, and the whole idea of it is to bring more awareness and visibility around the games being developed by Latin American developers.
Oh, it's so good. I
both
love that more
within
things
the
like this are
region, but
happening,
also
though.
overseas.
It's so
We've had
important.
teams from Colombian developers that are working on games from the Netherlands, and a lot of people in the United States and the UK. So we basically are trying to funnel every game that we can find so that they find new audiences and hopefully additional opportunities like the interest of publishers just like you guys. Fortunately, we've had a lot of success in this past editions, not only visibility wise, but we've had several teams that have gotten picked up because they were found while watching our showcase. So that's always great. And in the past couple of years, we've integrated also a Steam sale, and that has also garnered a lot
Steam
of success.
sales?
So yeah, the idea is for us to have at
I'm a
least
sucker for
showcases a
sales.
year where we highlight a bunch of games. We've done so already for over 230 games of the region. And,
Oh,
and we
wow.
want to keep the work going. We want to keep working, and we're excited to keep on going and growing with the platform.
Nice. Thank you.
So, what are your plans for 2025?
2025 is going to be huge. We have, of course, the plan to keep our 2 big windows that are going to this year again be in collaboration with Jeff Keighley and the Game Awards team. So we're going to be on Summer Game Fest, and we will be at the Game Awards as well. We don't know.
Backlog sucks him right into a black hole. Yeah, my backlog is atrocious. And I'd still be like, oh.
Platform that Jeff and his team has given us in the past year. That said, we're working on a lot of other projects to keep on supporting the devs. So not only the Steam sales are going to come back, but we are now actively working on a game jam that's going to be.
Oh, I love game jams.
Probably when this goes up, it's already announced, so all good. And we're also working on a couple of initiatives that will include a lot more
maybe
collaboration with
10
creators from
Steam
the
games now
region
for like
or
300.
teams that wanna
I
support the region.
don't want
Because
to talk about it.
even though we understand the importance of
I
the
wanna talk
sales
about
and the wish lists and all that stuff, we've grown to know that the best way to market the size of our games is through word of mouth and content creation. So we're trying to create spaces where we can collab with a lot more content creators and hopefully get more visibility that actually turns into sales and wish lists and active wish lists for
Wish
our
lists are
games.
really important. Super
And we're
important.
starting to meet with
If you like a game, wish list
with
it. It's why I have
sponsors
so many
and
wish
publishers
listed.
that have already backed us in the past to see opportunities to find physical spaces where we can promote our games. So basically, we're just keeping what we're doing.
I own
and
like
we're
30
trying
games.
to
I don't
layer
actually
a
know
lot
how
of
many I have
other,
on Steam.
windows throughout the year to
Ow.
support even more.
Sorry, I just
Like,
punched my
where can
mic.
developers find you?
They can find us in all the active social media. So we are in X, we're in Blue Sky.
Yeah,
we're on
I love
TikTok,
Blue
we're
Sky.
on Instagram, and we're on Twitch, all as LAG Showcase, so LAX Showcase, Latin American Gaming Showcase. They can find us
Thank you.
everywhere. They can also visit us on our website.
Careful, the mic will punch back. I mean, it hasn't yet, but you never know. I swear it smacks me in the face. There's still time.
And find out a little bit more of our team.
It'll probably happen.
Directly. So yeah, for now, if you just follow on our social media, subscribe to our newsletter to find more information about the games being released month to month, and go to our website around.
I mean, I don't normally punch it.
September.
I'd be doing
it should
good,
be
Ollie.
up and ready to apply for the showcase. That being said, my email, it's like another great way to find us. We try to scout games throughout
Past
the
mics
year.
are in the. I've told you, I
Let me
still don't
know
have a
at
basement.
blackshowcase.com, and I'll answer right back, and I'll try.
Oh
to,
wow, 76%.
help
That's
you out
really
or
low.
listen to your pitch
It's
and help
it's
you
a
in whatever
miracle.
ways we can.
Thank you so much, David, for your time today. We're really looking forward to the next live show.
I have to actually watch it. The next one. I think I just watched. I read through like 18.
Yes.
Dang, that's the best
It's the
roll so
beginning,
far.
but it is the first step in 2025.
I think I just
where
read like an
both of
article
us
on
are
the
collaborating and
showcase
ensure,
last time, so I'm
not
gonna
only
see if
through
I
the
can
games
actually
we're
watch it.
supporting, but through our endeavors and missions throughout the year. It's not that last time you'll see Black Showcase and Whitethorn in the same screen.
Well, I'm
Wah.
excited for that.
Whoa.
Thank you, David. It was really nice meeting you.
Who's been a discarded mic trophy? I've only ever gone through
Have a great day.
one other mic. I had a different mic when I first started streaming, and then I bought this one. I've not had one since. I get bloody 8 and Dino gets 18. Sorry, Ashton. Maybe you just gotta roll it again.
All our other games coming out this year. We've had a look back at last year. Can we please talk about Calico now?
Oh, guys, we're almost out of time, and we forgot to talk about Calico. Peachy Keen Games has new DLC for that really soon, right?
Yeah, Calico neat things.
Neat
Something
things?
special to share about
Neat.
its release date, right?
We do. Actually, it's launching during the Whitethorn Winters showcase on PC and Nintendo Switch.
Wait, during the showcase?
You mean right meow?
Oh. Right now!
Roll the trailer!
It's out now! Addison, go! Run! Run! I punched my mic again. Looks amazing, what the hell? Was that an axolotl? The poor mic did nothing, I'm sorry! I didn't mean to.
What a great way to end the show, don't you think?
Yeah, I know our community has been really excited about that.
Well, everyone, this has
It's
been
like
a
4
very
years old
productive
and still getting updates. This is a
one
good
last thing,
game.
though. I wanna make
I've not
sure
played it.
to
I enjoy,
say
I
huge
think,
thank you
watching
to
people more
members
than
of the
playing
press who
myself.
covered us over the years, the fantastic content creators who've shown us so much support, and
Woo.
of course, our wonderful community. We couldn't have had
That was
such
me
incredible
wooing for being a
2024
content creator.
I really hope they're excited about what we have coming up in 2025.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, that extends to all of our partners, developers, and the platforms that help us get our games out to everybody.
It's one of your first
So,
indie
you know, to
games.
name a few
I
things,
just enjoy
Showcase,
watching
Save Our
you play.
World,
Roll for
Latin
luck.
American
Oh.
Game Showcase, it's Stream for a Cause, of course, Laura Kate Dale and her accessibility showcase, and anyone else we haven't mentioned. It's been a continued part of our mission to get games in everybody's hands.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. And thanks.
As if it's given you an 8 twice.
I'm so excited for everything coming this year.
Well, thanks
The way it
everyone for
teetered on
joining
1
today.
first.
Make sure
I think it
you
landing
all
on
stay
8
safe in the
again is
store,
funnier.
And don't don't forget to shovel your sidewalks. There's people walking.
I don't have to shovel anything. We
Stay
don't get
warm.
snow.
Man, I don't want to shovel my sidewalk again.
Have a good afternoon, everyone. Peace.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Bye.
This could have been an echo.
This could have been an email. Actually, saw the sun today. Yeah, it was quite nice today. Was that today? My brain cannot distinctively tell days anymore. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the showcase. Woo.